Hey guys, it's Cyoubx, and today I made Cyoubx's DMS, is what I like to call it, but it's the dynamic magnet system, and it's where you have a spring like this, a small spring like this one, and you attach the magnet to that so that it wobbles around instead of being stiff. Like this is a normal piece on a normal cube, so you can see the magnet is right here. And it doesn't move at all, so it's really snappy when you turn like this. It's very snappy. There's like when you could just watch his video and you'll see how it is. So what I did is I put it in the edge, which is what I would do, because in the corner here, I did it on a Yushin Little Magic because that's all that I had that I was going to do this with. And I didn't have extra magnets, so I had to take out the magnets from the existing cube. But that was not that hard, I guess. So as you see here, this thing here is the magnet, which is like here. There's not much space for there to be a spring because this is in the way, so there's no space in the corner, which is fine. It doesn't matter. It can be on the edge or the corner. So what I did was I went in all the edges. And luckily, I had a bunch of springs left over from an old hobby, so I bought like a ton of springs. So I just had a bunch of these sized springs, which I cut in half with these kinds of cutters. But this wasn't ideal because these are very dull and they're kind of like old. But they still worked, and this is what I was left with. I came up with these. So I get two of these from one. And I had to do that 24 times. So, yeah. So, here it is. Let me point to you guys what it is. So, right here is the actual magnet right here on this side. And the reason why there's white on it is because super glue dries faster with baking soda. So, if you put baking soda on top of the super glue, it dries instantly. And it kind of creates like it adds structure to it. So, this was really like... There was kind of a gap, but I put super glue and baking soda, and it really created structure. So this side doesn't move because that's stuck to the piece, but this side moves because that's the magnet. So when I run it along a piece like this, you can see that it wiggles with the piece. It's kind of hard to see, but it really does. Here, let me find one that does it better. Like this one, as you guys can see. It's kind of hard to see, but in person you can really see it. It really moves. But since it's moving here, even if there's like a small, like tiny gap in between the actual magnet and the edge, there's still friction when it moves. So I actually am going to lube these magnets with just random lube. It doesn't need to be super expensive lube. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I'm done lubing all the edges. Alright guys, I'm back. And since these half springs aren't big enough for the edge, I had to stretch them out, which made them not perfect, so they have like kinks in them a little. So that's why I had to lube this. So I lubed it right here where the magnet is rubbing against the plastic part right there. And it doesn't really matter what lube you use, any lube will be fine. I just used this because this is cheap, and this is what I just had a lot of. It's called reel oil. It's for fishing reels. I have like ball bearing oil for like RC cars, but I couldn't find it, and that has a really good precision tip to apply it, but it's fine. I think it doesn't really matter how much lube you put. It's just enough for it to be smoother, because there's like little imperfections, and anytime there's friction, I recommend lubing it. So yeah, now let's take a look at what it looks like when it's rubbing. So when it's here, it goes like, you can see that it's wiggling a little bit. So that helps not have it so snappy. Like my other Little Magic. Like my normal Little Magic M. This one is pretty snappy. Like, even when you're just bringing it over, you could really feel how snappy that is. But then the one with the dynamic magnet system is a lot smoother. You could really feel it. I wish you guys can feel that. So I will assemble all these edge pieces and probably clean the cube and lube it a little, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm done with that. Alright guys, so I am back after lubing and tensioning and everything, this cube. So I put Silk, Traxxas 10K, and a few drops of D&M in it, and already it feels really interesting. I've never really felt this. It kind of feels like the magnets are light, but they aren't. They're the same exact magnets that were in there before. It's like, definitely not as snappy, but like, it's really hard to explain. So this is my... I know that they aren't the same because, you know, the mass-produced Yushin Little Magic is way different, but this is much more snappy. Like, you can tell it's more snappy if you feel it. Like, it just clicks into place more. But this one, like, it does click, but it's hard to explain. It feels like the magnets are lighter than they were before. Definitely more smooth, so like when you're going up faster, you definitely don't really feel them. And even just going slow, like this, is really good. I think this would be really good for OH because you don't want really strong magnets because that'll create more force on your fingers. So I think that's what this could be good for. I do recommend people trying this out because it's very interesting. So if you have like an old cube laying around and you want to just have some fun, you could do that. But I don't take responsibility for whatever happens to your cube or if you hurt yourself while doing it. But yeah, this cube is like, it's really different. Like, it clicks into place, and I could kind of feel the magnets kind of moving. Like, you kind of feel it. But yeah, it's just really interesting. I hope cube manufacturers make this, and then people can try this out more. But yeah, if you guys can like this video and share it with your friends, and hopefully this video can get big enough so that Cyoubx himself can watch it, that would be really great, because I did put kind of a lot of effort into this. But I do think that people should try this. It's pretty easy. It only took me like a few hours. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.